So now next question is, next aspect is our original face. What is our original face? Original face. What's our original face?
No face. No face.
No face is original face. So let us look at our original face. How to see your original face? How do you see your current face? Huh? How do you see your current face? Huh? How can you see your face? You need a mirror. How do you see your original face? You need a mirror. Is there a mirror to see your original face? What is a mirror? What is a mirror to see your original face? Guruji is the mirror. So let me ask you a question. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Did the tree fall?
Tree falls, yes, it will make a sound.
There's nobody to hear it. Did the tree make a sound? Did the tree fall?
No.
Why?
So there is no one to see.
So then how can you say a tree didn't fall? Huh?
Was there a tree?
Was there a tree? So how do you say a tree didn't fall?
There was no seer.
See, any event in the world, any object in the world requires a subject to validate. The object is dependent on the subject. We think that an object can exist independent of subject. No. Object is a dependent reality. It's not independent reality. Independent reality means it can exist by itself. Understand? It's a dependent reality. It depends on the existence of a conscious being. I mean, no one is there to see me. If even one conscious being is there, the tree has fallen. Even a monkey observes it, the tree has fallen. There's no conscious being observing it. The tree doesn't exist, or tree cannot fall. The tree doesn't fall.
Okay, from the perspective of the seer, but individually, does it exist or not? How do we know?
To exist or not exist, fall or no fall, a conscious being is required.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, my house is there. So that house is always existing there.
That house is always existing there in your mind.
Right.
Right? That's because you are a conscious being. If you are not there, does the house exist?
It still exists. No, for someone it exists.
For someone, some conscious being, it exists. Right? That means any object will have to be there in the mind of some conscious being.
Right.
If the conscious being is there, no object is there. Right? The object is dependent on consciousness. That's the point. Right? Object has no independent existence other than consciousness. Is this clear?
If there is a consciousness, then there is something exists or doesn't exist.
If there's a consciousness only, there's something exists or not is there. That means object is dependent existence on the consciousness. Consciousness is independent. Right? So if nobody is there to observe, means I am not there to observe, doesn't mean that some animal, anybody observes it, it's there. No conscious being is there, that we cannot say any object exists. The objects exist in the mind of conscious being, some conscious being. That's what it means.
Okay.
Object has no independent existence. Is this clear? Is it understood? So why it's important? Why it's important? This is called Dashti Srishti Vada. Why this is important? Let's understand. To see a mirror, to see our face, we need a mirror. Now, to see our original face, what is the mirror? What is our original face? Is consciousness. So the question here, Purnimaji is asking, Drashti Srishti Vada is, if I am there, the tree is there. So that's true. The conscious being and his mind is required for the tree to appear. It's called Drashti Srishti Vada. So all of us live with the illusion that Srishti Drashti, the tree is there independent of me, independent of conscious being. It's not true. Drashti Srishti Vada is what we are speaking of. Now, why that is important to understand our original phase? Let's see. What is my original phase? My original phase is consciousness. Can consciousness see itself? Consciousness cannot see itself. Consciousness can see everything else. Consciousness can see everything else, but consciousness cannot see itself. Understand? Now, who is confused about who am I? The consciousness. The conscious entity is confused. Who am I? Because the conscious entity can see everything else, it cannot see itself. Are you clear? The conscious entity or Sakshi or the witness, which is conscious being in you, is like a woman with a burqa. Woman with the burqa can see everybody, but nobody can see her. And she cannot see herself also. So the Sakshi inside you, Sakshi is the consciousness, is like that. In that situation, there's a confusion possible. Because I don't know who am I, because I can't see myself. I see something else. Then I can confuse myself with something else called body and mind and intellect. So the Vedanta is trying to remove this confusion by clarity teaching. That's all. Nothing else. It's not getting something else. Are you clear? Sakshi requires a clear mirror to see its face. And who is the clear mirror? Let's understand. So the way it appears, this is the Sakshi, the witness. And Brahman, Sakshi and Brahman. Sakshi is Brahman. Brahman is not Sakshi. Do you understand the difference? Sakshi is Brahman, Brahman is not Sakshi. Right? So Sakshi is reflected in the mind, the intellect, it becomes the mirror. It's called Chidabhasa. Reflection is called Chidabhasa. And Chidabhasa falls on the body. Body also becomes alive. Body also becomes conscious. Now, the consciousness here, consciousness here, consciousness here. That's a total confusion. Which is real consciousness? The mind is conscious, the body is conscious, and original consciousness is there. Original consciousness cannot see itself. So there's a confusion about who is real consciousness, who am I really? There's a mix-up happening. The body is also conscious, the mind is also conscious, the consciousness also is observing it. Are you clear? So unless we clearly separate out, not physically, logically, we'll not be able to find out what is real consciousness. So there's a confusion coming now. Body is conscious, so I start thinking I'm body. Who start thinking I'm body? All these entities put together. Sakshi, Chidabhasa, and body reflection on Chidabhasa, that becomes like one entity, Jivatma. In reality, Sakshi, nothing has happened to Sakshi. But this whole thing acts like one entity called Jivatma.
But in this scenario, the Sakshi is also eliminating the roles.
Yeah. So then this next reflection is happening. So there's a reflection here, there's a reflection here, there's a reflection here. So reflection on the body, reflection on the mind, and reflection on the world also. Chidabhasa. So in the Chidabhasa, everything is getting illuminated. But the difference here, in the body and mind, here only seeing is happening. Okay. The experience is happening within the body and mind. So that's why I confuse with myself with the body and mind. All experience of the world is happening within the body and mind. Even the world appears outside, experience of the world is within the body and mind. So the experience I am confusing as myself. This is the field of experience. Body is the field of experience. Even the world is outside there. Ultimately, experience of the world is happening inside.
Self is experiencing everything. Reality, self is experiencing everything.
All right. So, is this picture clear? Now, let us go to the next picture. See what is here. Actually, the presence of the flower is telling me about me, actually. I am the subject who is seeing it. Right? So the presence of the flower, presence of any object is pointing to the subject only, anytime. Are you getting what I'm saying? Let us go. So, presence of the object is always pointing to the subject. Why? Go back to the story. If a tree falls, nobody is there to observe. Did the tree fall? So tree fell, it means there is a subject there. The object is only pointing to subject. Is the logic clear? Huh? Our problem in the life is we think that there is subject, object independent of me. What you don't understand is that all objects are pointing to me. All objects are pointing to subject. Is this logic clear? Yes or no?
All objects are seen by the subject. Right?
The moment you see an object, it only validates that the subject called you are there. The object is there or not, you can't say anything about it.
Subject exists.
Subject exists because there can be illusion there. Okay, there can be a ghost there. You can see a ghost. Whether the ghost is there or you don't know, but at least she says, I am there. What appears there, we cannot say anything about it. No guarantee. Something is there. But it says one thing, I am there. Is it clear? All objects, in this case, the flower as an object is pointing to the subject called this lady. I am body. Is it clear? So the world is a mirror for you to say, I exist as a body. Is the logic clear? The world is only pointing to you, your existence as a body. So now who exists based on what? You exist because of the world or world exists because of you?
World exists because of me.
But we have wrong understanding that I exist because of the world. Huh? Huh. I woke up today morning. The world exists because of you or you exist because of the world? Ashwini? Can there be a world without you? Can there be you without the world? So it's a mutual dependence. World exists because of me and I exist because of the world. Is it clear? They're mutually interlocked like this. I exist because of the world. World exists because of me. If I don't exist, the world doesn't exist. If the world doesn't exist, I don't exist. Both of us exist together. Is this logic clear? It's a mutually dependent existence. Now, if two things are mutually dependent, they don't exist independent of something else. They need something else to exist independently. Two mutually dependent things cannot exist by themselves. They need something else to exist. Otherwise, you cannot. The two mutually dependent things cannot exist. Two things which are mutually dependent cannot exist by themselves. Because I exist because the world exists. World exists because I exist. But for world and I to exist, there's something which else is required, which is to make us exist. Otherwise, we can't exist together. That something else which is required to make it exist called Brahman or awareness or consciousness. Two mutually dependent things cannot exist by themselves. They need something else to exist. Something else is required. That something else is called Brahman, awareness.
Means that something is eliminating both the object and the subject.
Supporting both. I will say, just say supporting both in some way, or eliminating, supporting, or whatever is it, right? So the flower is indicating presence of me, okay, and me is indicating I exist, right? My thoughts, my feelings, my emotions are also objects. Logic, you see the logic. Objects are only pointing to subject. My thoughts, feelings, and emotions are also objects. And who is the subject? The Sakshi. The object is pointing to subject called me. The me is a thought. I am a body, I am a man, I am a woman, I have feeling, I have emotion. That's also object, no? Because they are appearing and disappearing in my mind.
Body as subject, and the mental objects are pointing to the Sakshi as subject.
So the objects of the world are pointing to you as a body, as a subject. And then we say body, the body is a thought actually. The body is also a mental object in the form of thought. So all the thoughts are mental objects. And mental object are pointing to a subject, it is called Sakshi. Correct? So is that, do you have a mirror for you to see your face? No, Sakshi is not a mirror. Every object is a mirror for you. Every object is pointing to you only. Every thought, every feeling, every emotions is pointing to. Are you getting what I'm saying?
World is a mirror.
World is.
Yeah. What about the mental world? Mental world is a mirror for what?
Mental world is pointing to. Is a mental world is. I'm saying mental world is nothing but thoughts, no. Thoughts are objects, no. Objects are pointing to subject. They'll go by the logic. Objects point to subject, right?
But the subject is changing there. So it's not body is not the subject.
No. That's a real subject, Sakshi.
For Sakshi, mental objects become the mirror.
No, that's what I'm saying. The whole point I'm trying to tell you is the mirror for you is the objects, either physical object or mental objects.
So to say that something is not good, that reflects you, your state of mind.
Every object is pointing only to the subject. So the physical objects are pointing to subject called me, body, mind, intellect. The body, my thoughts, feelings, emotions, body is also thought in the mind. All thoughts and feelings are also objects because they appear and disappear. And these thoughts also pointing to subject. Which subject is that we will find out. That's called real Atma, Sakshi. Is the logic clear? Yes. Body is also a mental object, no? I have body is a thought, no? Are you making it double? See, the mind depends on the body depends on the mind.
When it comes to worldly external objects, body becomes subject. When you're talking about mental objects, Sakshi is becoming.
I'm saying, is mental object, body is a subject or object? For mind, body is a subject or object? For mind, Sakshi, body is object or subject? In the mind, huh? Mind thinks it is the body, is a thought, no? In the mind.
Body is the subject. Because it thinks it is body.
This is don't get confused. As far as the world is concerned, body is the subject for the mind. See, I am the subject. Me is the subject. The thought comes in the mind. So the world is object, me is the subject. Clear? Body is the subject.
Both body and mind.
Forget mind. Just the world is concerned, body is the subject. But as the mind is concerned, Body is a subject or object? Body is also a thought. I have a body. This is my body. Is it not a thought?
Still, it means that body is the subject.
Do not confuse here. Don't use the word subject that way. Object and subject differences. I am body is definitely clear with respect to external world. With respect to internal world, I am body is a thought, like any other thought. With respect to others, I am a body is a subject. But if you go to the mental world, I am a body is a thought, like any other thought, like a banana, mango, pickle. I am a body is also a thought. Feeling is a thought in the mental world. Mental world has objects, like physical world has object, mental world has objects. Mental world objects are called thoughts.
But the subject is
Now, for the thoughts, again, objects point to subject. Who is the subject for that mental world? The Sakshi.
Like that.
Wait. Yeah, but I'm trying to bring something else here. Okay, so Sakshi is the real object, real subject. Correct? Is this clear?
who is this who is having the confusion?
No. What happened is confusion is the Sakshi, Chidabhasa, body, everything is conscious in some degree. Where is the real consciousness? The confusion is there. If the light is there in this room, all fully illuminated, I can't find out where is the bulb. Then there's a confusion. The full illumination of Sakshi is there in the body and the mind. Okay. Now, where is the source? There's the confusion. There's no confusion about the light. The confusion is the source of light. That's all. Are you clear? That's our confusion. We are not confused about the consciousness. We are confused about the source of consciousness. We know body is conscious, but we think body itself is conscious. Body is not the consciousness. Body is a reflected consciousness. What is the source of consciousness? We are confused. Right? So when you use the I word I, you are confusingly use it for all these three. Is it clear? When you refer the I.
I mean, I'm also saying it's spiritual. Like finally,
Are Baba, please do not mix up pratyeka. This is a different prakriya. Do not go into some other prakriya. Here, this prakriya, I'm trying to bring out something from you. Okay? So do not mix up the prakriyas. This is a different prakriya I'm trying to tell. If you go to Dardashveka, I'm trying to tell something else.
No, here you're
This is prakriya is only halfway through. So do not start mixing up prakriyas. Okay, so there is a confusion. Consciousness, source of consciousness, Sakshi. Mind is also conscious, body is also conscious. Everything should be light. But where is the source of light? We are confused. Everything we think this is light. Body is conscious. Our mind is conscious. This confusion, when you use the word I, we are using confusingly everywhere. Are we clear? So mental objects are pointing to this Sakshi. Is it clear? So let us go to outer space. In the outer space, somebody is there. Outer space, the sun is behind him. If he sees into space, what does he see? Darkness. He can't see the light. Because sunlight cannot be seen by human eyes. Do you know that? Sunlight to be seen by human eyes, you need a reflecting surface. Without reflecting surface, the sunlight cannot be seen. So you can see the sunlight in the earth because earth is full of dust particles. The dust particles are making sunlight visible. Otherwise, our eyes cannot see sunlight. Do you know that? Unless I see the sun directly, I can see the sunlight. Otherwise, sunlight cannot be seen without reflecting particles. Is this logic clear? Is it understood or not? Ashwini? I need some faces like this or like this or like this question mark. Otherwise, I can't understand whether people are listening or sleeping. What is based confusing?
So when mental objects are coming, you're saying body is an object.
I am saying the logic is.
Why are you not applying this in the first scenario also? body is a thought, even then body is a thought in the second scenario.
See,
so body is a thought in the
you're jumping into conclusion. I'm trying to bring out what is subject and object. Do not make it very confusing.
No, no, I'm not talking about DD.
See, with respect to, don't even go to the DV.
No,
So
no,
with-
I'm not going. I'm saying the first scenario, why are you not saying that?
I'm not telling because I want to bring a clear logic of subject-object relationship. In first scenario, when you talk to somebody, who is the subject here? Is the mind subject or I am the subject? Me, Gayatri is speaking. That whole-
In the first scenario, both mind and body.
Everything is Atma also is a package. Yeah, the whole problem is we are trying to separate out where is what. The whole, I told you already here, the total confusion is happening. What is consciousness and source of consciousness? Everything is conscious. Now, if you think everything is one package, then how will you isolate Atma? How will you find out what is Atma? If you don't apply clear logic. So here in this logic, when you see the flower, the subject becomes body, me, eyes. And who sees through the eyes? The mind. Mind becomes the subject and body becomes the object. And who is the object for the mind? Mind is the object. And who is the subject? Sakshi. This is the Dragdash Viveka up to this point. Is Dragdash Viveka. Is it clear? Is it different? Okay. Now the Prakriya changes now from further at this point. Up to this point, Dragdash Viveka I'm bringing out. Who is the subject and object? So now in the outer space, there are no objects. That's why you cannot see the light. There's no reflection. Right? Awareness is the highest light. Awareness is the supreme light. Now, how can a supreme light? Anybody can see the supreme light? Can light see itself?
Non-physical light.
Light is light. I mean, the word uses, we'll use the word light. Okay. So, awareness is the non-physical light. Awareness cannot see itself. Right? Awareness is all pervading. Is it all pervading? It's everywhere. Awareness cannot see itself. Awareness is all pervading. Then how can it know itself? There's no way awareness can know itself. If it's conscious also, it cannot know itself. No, there's nothing to see. No, there's no mirror to see. No, because I give you the example of burqa clad woman, right? So she can see everything, but she cannot see her face. I am conscious when you're seeing as a body.
Awareness itself means conscious.
Awareness itself is conscious, but it cannot become conscious of itself. The moment it becomes conscious of itself, it becomes split into subject and object. I am conscious of myself, right? So the moment I become conscious of myself, there is a subject-object duality has come. It's non-dual. Awareness is non-dual. The moment awareness becomes aware of itself, the Maya has started already.
And doesn't know it's light.
Sun doesn't know it's light. Right? So now what happens here? The awareness itself has no way of knowing itself. But it has a power of imagination. Creativity. That's called Shakti. Maya Shakti. In that, all these objects are appearing in the imagination. The world, the animals, the plants, trees, living beings. It's like a dream. The Maya projects time, space, cause and effect, objects of the world. So what has happened now? Awareness has created a mirror for itself. Without the object, there's no reflection. Without the object, there's no reflection. Without reflection, you cannot see your face. What is the object for, what is the object, what is mirror for Brahman now?
Creation.
The creation. Understand? The creation is the reflection. So why did the creation happen? Because the creation becomes reflection for Brahman. Not that Brahman wants it, but that's what. Are you getting what I'm saying? the entire world, Maya, becomes pointed to Brahman only. The time, space, causation is pointing to the subject. First level subject is the body, second level subject is the mind, third level subject is the Atma. The Maya is not there to trouble you. Maya is there to point to your own face, reflecting original face, Atma. Okay?
Suppose if you react to some situation, that reflects your state of mind or what you are. So similar to that.
The world, the living, non-living, animals, all these things point to Brahman only. Objects point to the subject. First level subject is the body. Second level subject is the mind. Third level subject is the Atma. Which is the real subject here? Is the logic clear or not clear? See, Brahman is bored here. In a sense, there's nothing else is there. Not even to see himself also is there. Then he has a dream. Dream is the imagination. That's called Maya Shakti. In the Maya Shakti, all the objects are created. And objects are really created to point to itself. Right? But the problem starts when the object becomes alive. This body becomes a Chidabhasa. This object is okay. The flower is an object is okay. It reflects back to subject. But flower cannot be seen without a living being. So living being, Brahman enters as Chidabhasa. The moment the Chidabhasa happens, now there is confusion. Where is the source? Everything looks conscious. So I am the body becomes, I am the body, I am the mind, confusion starts coming. Which is the real mirror? Wrong. Are you clear? See, everything is fine. When the world is there, the animals are created, everything is created. But to experience them, I need to create a body. And body, how Brahman can enter the body? Brahman is always all-pervading. Brahman enters the body as a reflection only. Chidabhasa only. The moment Chidabhasa comes, now Chidabhasa and the original, they look like a fused entity. It's called Jivatma. So I forget the original. I only start looking at the reflected surface as me. Hmm? So the question here is reflecting surface and reflected one, there should not be separation or not. No. So logic, I'm telling you, right? For reflection to happen, reflecting surface should be separate from me, correct? So that happens in Brahman. The first time Brahman is not aware of himself because existence and consciousness are one, Ananda. So Brahman becomes aware, I exist. The I gets separate, existence gets separate from the consciousness. That's why existence appears as the world. I exist. Now subject-object dualities come. I exist. Existence becomes objectified. And objectified existence becomes the world. Existing didn't get separated. Logically, it got separated, not physically. Don't have not logic. Physically, don't have to. Logically, it got separated. I exist. I become aware that I exist.
So logical separation, but still the reflection happens.
I'm saying everything happens in the mind only, in the mind of Brahman only. So I have given the Mullah Nasruddin story. Logical third child will give a break in the leg. Is it clear? So now Brahman needs a mirror, and mirror is nothing but word. So Brahman has a power of Maya. Maya is called imagination. So that imagine Kalpana. So that's why Brahman is Nirvikalpa. Brahman is no imagination. But Brahman has Nirvikalpa, Kalpana Shakti. It's called Maya. From that, the world appears. And world is supposed to be pointed to Brahman. Is this logic clear? So now, really what happens? There's a confusion comes. What is the confusion? I as a conscious being, I say I'm aware. As if awareness is property I possess. Right? I look at the world. Oh, I'm aware of flower. I'm conscious of the flower. I'm conscious of truth. So I become conscious. I don't understand that consciousness is flowing through me. I appear to be, I am the source of consciousness. Oh, I am aware. You start claiming consciousness belongs to me, the body and mind complex. Right? But what really is happening is I am the body and the mind is appearing in consciousness like a dream character. The person is appearing in consciousness. Is it clear? In reality, the person appearing as consciousness also is consciousness. In your dream, whatever is happening is nothing but dream characters, nothing but dream consciousness only. There's no you. A wave is appearing in water, but wave is water only. Only awareness is there. Are we clear? So reality is there's a duality. We are suffering from duality. I told you, the problem is duality. Separation I can't separate. I want subject and object to become one. So that is what is called non-duality. But then we think that non-duality, duality is opposite of non-duality. This is false. Dvaita is opposite of Advaita. No. Dvaita, duality is an appearance in non-duality. It is not opposite. Non-duality, duality is appearing. Like, it's not a set also. Just appearance. Like wave is not a subset of water. Wave is the appearance of water. Not same. See, we are suffering in the world, think that world is very different from me. I want to acquire that subject-object duality. I want to bridge, right? So object I am considering separate from me, subject. Okay. Both object and subject are appearing in consciousness. Now, what's appearing in consciousness are different from consciousness. The wave is not separate from water at all. But the problem here is some part we are thinking is more conscious than some part which is less conscious. That we call subject and object. The matter is not conscious, so I call it object. I am more conscious, that's why I call it a subject. If matter is also as conscious as this thing, then I would say both are conscious. But matter appears to be less conscious and I have to be more conscious. That's why I call it as subject and object.
But you are also equally conscious.
Confusion, don't about to take the object here, me as a person. So, any object we are speaking of. Why we are calling subject and object? Because object is inert. I am conscious.
We are talking only about non-living things.
We are only speaking of subject and object relationship. Object is inert. Subject is conscious. So appears so. Yeah. So then you said, I'm a subject and you are. I'm also conscious. You are also conscious. So for you, I'm an object only. Right? Isn't it? I'm object. I'm a fully conscious interpretation, not your experience. For your sense organs and the mind, I'm appearing as an object. That's all. So beyond that, it's not your experience, it's just interpretation. So what we say is from duality, people think that duality is the opposite of non-duality. The duality is not opposite of non-duality. Duality is an appearance in non-duality. Wave is never opposing water. Are you clear? So this is where people keep on fighting Dvaita, Vishishta, Advaita, Advaita philosophy as if they are opposite. It's not at all opposite. Advaita is the reality. Vishishta, Advaita and Dvaita is appearance in Advaita. They are not opposing philosophies.
It's a different flavor.
Huh?
You can say it's a different flavor.
Different flavor? Huh?
Like if
See here,
There, Islam itself is a position.
see here, look at the picture of water. This is outer ring is called non-duality. Water. Inner ring is called duality. Wave. Is wave opposing water? But it will oppose water if I follow the philosophy of duality and you say you are non-duality. I'll oppose it because I'm holding on to something. In reality, there's no opposition in nature. A wave doesn't oppose water. But wave thinks that I'm separate from water, it will oppose. It's not about appearance. Duality is about separation, feeling of separation, not about appearance. So, many people struggle in life because they think that meditation, thought is a problem. Somebody has told them, stop the thought for meditation. Are we clear? Thought is not at all a problem. Thought is just reflecting to, pointing to, thought is a mirror to yourself. Every thought points to yourself. See, this thought has to be stopped. It has come from yoga practice. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Right? Yoga is vritti has to be stopped. That's what they call yoga. So then people start thinking meditation is stopping the thought. Making my mind thought free. Not at all. That's not meditation. So the goal of meditation isn't to control your thoughts. It's not even to interfere with your thoughts. It is stopping to stop letting them control you.
the biggest issue. Because something else will harp only on that.
Who is that you? That's what I will ask.
In this scenario, also, that is also consciousness.
That is more stronger.
So thoughts, then nothing stronger or weaker. Thoughts cannot, wave cannot oppose water. Wave cannot fight with water.
That is water.
Okay. So the mind will do what I want to do and observe gently. So don't worry about the mind, controlling the mind or forcing the mind in meditation. That itself is a burden. So,
Observe gently, like, it takes you along with that, like.
no, we'll come to that, right? So that's where the real process of meditation is self-inquiry. Who am I? Is for the world, I am the subject, me. The body, mind, and intellect is subject. And thoughts in my mind has one root thought called I am thought. Every thought has a background thought called I am thought. I am body, I am a man, I am a woman. I am is common. That I am thought is pointing to the real subject, Atma, who is the witness of I am thought and all the thought. The moment you take the position that I am the Atma, all the mind comes down. You understand the pointers, right? All objects in the world points to the subject me.
So can I infer the issue that was facing during meditation, unknown thought? That unknown thought has this source.
Yeah, I am is any unknown thought is also I am is the source.
There's no.
There will be always a background thought. I meditation, some unknown thought comes. Doesn't matter. This I am feeling will be
That
there.
also is consciousness.
I am feeling is there. That also is pointing to real subject consciousness.
Should I affirm or should I just?
Wait. Okay. So we have to use that any thought as a pointer to real self, rather than running away from thoughts. In fact, you should say any thoughts come, welcome. Why should bother? No. Some suffering thought comes. Who? For whom? The subject is I, Sakshi, unchanging. Your problem is thought. Thought is coming is not a problem. thought, identifying the thought, I thought is the problem. So I am body, I am mind, I am woman, I am suffering. That I am identifying the body and mind is problem. But you have to say I am thought is pointing to I.
So the thoughts are for the consciousness, but you intercept and say, this is my thoughts.
Yeah. Thoughts appear in consciousness. Are not even for consciousness, appear in consciousness. So really your thought process should be say what you have to say. I am the real I am, you are associating the body, mind, intellect, this side. Objects that you are associating. Okay. So I am should be associated with I. So this is the meaning of I am that I am. See, I am that I am is also false. I am that I is the reality. The real heading should be I am that I. So I am should be pointing to a real I. Oh, you not share the screen? Okay, sorry. So here the confusion is happening in the mind. The I am thought, are you able to see now? The I am thought is the root thought. That root thought is the intuitive thought. Brahman is saying I am, I exist, I am. But that I am thought we are confusing, it's an intuitive thought. That we are confusing the body, mind, and intellect. We are mixing with other thoughts. So the I am thought is really pointing to I thought. I, real I. What you should say? I am I. That is the meaning of I am that I am. Nisargadatta Maharaj's title, right? I am that I am. Real meaning of that is I am I. So Ramana Maharshi calls this as I. Because in Tamil he said Nanu Nane. Without knowing what Ramana Maharshi said, I use the word Nanu Nane here. Same. I am is I. That's what you have to say. Instead of confusing I am with the body, mind, intellect. Nanu is I am is the Nanu feeling. I am is real I. Instead of confusing the body, mind, intellect. then what will happen? You will get rid of all, you will get out of all other thoughts, because all other thoughts are coming from the root thought. The I is not real, I is not thought. Real is pure awareness, witness of these thoughts. So you have to use the pointer properly. 99% of software programs are because of pointer errors, bugs. All people who are written in software C, everywhere they make a mistake of pointer problem. Here also, in your software also, there's a pointer problem. This one, no? Yeah, here, the circle rotating. Sakshi, Brahman. Is the logic clear?
3 points to I.
Everything you have to use to point to I. Instead of that, people try to run away from the world. I want to take some sannyasa. I have to run away from the world. They have to not run away from the world. They have to use the world as a pointer to Atma. No, I don't want thoughts in my mind. All thoughts are good, yeah, well, let it come. That's a pointer to me. That's a mirror to me.
So coming to whom we should.
That's all is sannyasa. So is this same as avastha? This is the same as Dirdashi Viveka Prakriya? No. This is actually everything in the world is pointing to real I. So do not run away from the thought, run away from the world. Use world and thoughts to any moment, and every moment you can go back to you, I. This is a very different prakriya. So I am the world. Then next is I am the world. I is problem. Clear.
The word, fear, world, the fear.
In Dagdrishi Viveka, I'm trying to identify the seer, who is Sakshi. Finally seer. Now, it doesn't tell me how to live that enlightenment in my life. This is actually Satyadarshana. How to live that dana in my life. So, Dagdrishi Viveka done, people have done. Then what do you do? Dagdrishi Viveka also has Samadhi, 6 Samadhi prakriyas, right? Antar Samadhi, Baya Samadhi. Should I do Samadhi? Samadhi means this. Go back to original I all the time. That's what I'm trying teaching in Satyadarshana. How to bring that wisdom in your day-to-day life. So day-to-day life, what we do? What people do? I want Brahman. Okay, I'll leave my house, family, I'll take sannyasa, go to Himalayas. Hare Baba, what it has? It's a mirror. The world is a mirror for you. You want to break the mirror or what? No, thoughts are there. So many thoughts are there. I don't want thoughts. Why you want to stop the thoughts? The stops are only pointing to you. Understand? You are understanding the whole spirituality is getting distorted, thinking the world is an obstacle. World is not an obstacle. World is a facilitator for you. Thoughts are an obstacle for my Atma. No. Thoughts are pointing to Atma. The root thought is I am. I am is pointing to I directly. I is the real direct understanding of self. Nothing can stop, nothing can be blocked for Atma. Without this understanding, spirituality has got distorted. When everything is pointing to you, all that you have to look at the source rather than the destination, rather than the object. What is happening to us is we are getting attracted with reflection in the mirror. Reflection should be used only to point to the reality. Chidabhasa is the reflection. Chidabhasa is only pointing to me, I. I am telling you, please understand. Without this understanding, people have left houses, family, the jobs, trying to search for God, Atma in Himalayas. Okay.
This is application of someone created.
No, we will come to that. So then next thing what happens is that people go to Himalayas, they struggle with their mind, think that mind thought should stop. Nothing should stop, yaar. Nothing. You don't have to interfere with the nature. You just have to recognize the nature is pointing to Atma. Shakti is pointing to Shaktiman, Shiva. Oh, I'm sitting for meditation. Lot of thoughts are coming. Welcome all the thoughts here. Let them come. Why do you want to stop the thoughts? All thoughts are dependent on I thought. Who is this I? I am I. That's all. Mind becomes silent. So let us go to one step further now. That is going from world to self. Now the self and the world is there. Atma and the world is there. Are there two things like Atma and the world? Atma only appeared as a world, no? So now world you converted to Atma. Next step. Sarvam khalu Brahma. How? What is world? World existing. Asti. There's a consciousness in the world. Different living beings are there. Bhati. Priyam. Something I like in the world. Asti, Bhati, Priyam. Nama and Rupa. Name and form. What is the essential nature of world? Asti. Asti. Existing. Existence. Everything in the world exists. Right? I am is pointing to I, which is consciousness. I am is pointing to my existence. And world is pointing to existence. As existence, I am one with the totality. I am Brahman and world is Brahman. Where is the duality? Where is the subject-object duality? In fact, you are not modifying any thoughts. You are not running away from thoughts. You are not trying to change anything. Thoughts itself you are using to overcome go to the reality. So here what happens?
Pointer, everything is a pointer. There we are emphasizing duality also. Pointer means there are two things. Something is pointing.
Dualism, not duality. I'll tell you what is dualism and duality. So the world is a pointer to the self, and world itself is the self as existence. Aham Brahmasmi, Sarvam Khalida Brahma. Both are met simultaneously. Then only subject-object duality will go. Others will be still hanging around, thinking that world is a problem. World is not a problem. Nothing is a problem. Wave is not a problem for water. Ocean is not a problem for water. Water is Brahman. Duality is not a problem for non-duality. Dvaita is not a problem for Advaita. Dvaita is not opposing Advaita. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions do not disturb the Atma. So meditation, trying to stop the thoughts, is not required. Use the thoughts as a pointer to go to the self. That's the message. It's like this. There are two types of fighting styles. One is called karate and other is called jujutsu. Karate and jujutsu. Karate requires a lot of brute force. The people with karate are like muscles, big muscles. They'll break the brick and all. In jujutsu, the fighter, the jujutsu practitioner will be weak. Anybody can be a practice jujutsu. They don't need to big, strong muscles. Jujutsu practitioner, what they do? A big bully comes. They'll not oppose. They'll just move around and push the bully. With his own weight, he'll fall. Meditation is like jujutsu. Meditation is not like karate. Actually, we are trying to do meditation like karate. Do some breathing practice. Hit the thoughts. Stop the thoughts. Meditation, gently use the thoughts, power of the thoughts to point to the real self. See, women appear to be physically weak. Okay. But man appear to be physically strong. But women handle the man gently. They twist where it's twisted. So gently, they don't even know. We think that women is a weaker sex and man is a stronger sex. It's false. What appears to be true is not at all true. Women, the word woman calls WOMAN. she is double you, oh man. Use the power of thought to go to self now. Why do you want to stop the thoughts? Use the
Guruji,
power of
this was
use the
ultimate.
word to go back to the self. And then realize world is also Brahman, self is also Brahman.
When you say go back to
Ultimate Guruji. You
Henry?
twisted really.
What is that?
Ultimate Guruji. Ultimate Guruji.
See, everything is people are the, oh, Atma means thoughtless, so I should be thoughtless. No, thoughts are pointing to Atma. Okay,
So much
nothing can
negativity.
stop. Wave is never an obstacle to water. Wave doesn't oppose water. So your problem is whole thing you are trying to say, I don't want thoughts. Oh, it's sitting for thoughts. Some sad thoughts are coming. Or I don't want to run away from thoughts. Why? The thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, everything is pointing to Atma.
correct. At that point, what to switch? Let's see. There are some thoughts still there. Okay, acknowledge.
We'll make it now. We'll do it. Okay. So next is meditation. We'll do it.
Okay.
So is this clear?
This is clear. Everything is self.
So
Self is everything.
now the outer world points to your body as a subject. Observe the body. Body is nothing but sensations. Sensations are pointing to what? Atma. Sensations are objects. Objects are pointing to what? Observer, Sakshi. Right? So then in the subtle body, what is there? Thoughts are there, feelings are there, emotions are there. They are pointing to what? Atma. And causal body is what? Ideas, concepts. So they are pointing to Atma. Use the body, mind, intellect, and the world to point to Atma. Go back to Atma anytime. That's why Ramana Maharshi says, you can just inquire who am I and be free. So there's a question now. Your question now. Meditation should I do with the eyes closed or eyes open? Your eyes closed also thoughts are coming, eyes open also thoughts are coming. The moment I close, a lot of thoughts will come. Very good. Let it come. So the meditation, have you seen any time Ramana Maharshi made a sitting posture with the eyes closed? It's always eyes open. Because word or no word, thoughts, feelings or emotions, nothing can oppose Atma. Everything is pointed to Atma. Use the strength of the world, use the power of the thoughts, your power of the emotions, power of feelings, power of sensations, everything you point to Atma. Use the opponent's weakness to your strength. Why are you running away from the world? Why are you running away from thoughts, feelings, and emotions? Why are you trying to stop them? Use them to point to the reality. I am I. That's why Ramana Maharshi always keeps his eyes open. Because go to the eye of eye, ear of ear, tongue of tongue, nose of nose. That's Atma. How can you miss it? So, all that you do is real meditation, real inquiries. Who am I? Who am I? You don't have to find answer. Use the world as a pointer to body, mind, me, the body, mind, intellect, thought as a pointer to self. And be the self-sakshi. Your eyes are open or eyes are closed, does not matter. Thoughts are coming, thoughts are not coming, doesn't matter. Go back to I am thought. I am I is reality. Anybody has a question? In Zoom? Yes, Purnima, Parvati, Kaumari, any questions? Katyayani?
ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಏನೋ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ, ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್.
See, without understanding the nature of self, people are running away from family, society, becoming monk, going to Himalayas, thinking that sannyasa is what is realization. Realization is real I.
Yes. World is
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ.
Huh?
world is a mirror.
It can be done kitchen room, it can be done in puja room, it can be done in street, anywhere you can go back to yourself here. What stops you? Huh?
Hari Om Prabhuji.
Hari Om Kumari.
The subtle reference to woman and the definition was interesting. But you also,
See,
you
meditation
also,
is feminine, it's not masculine, it's not going and beating the thoughts, right? It is
yes,
gentle.
Prabhuji.
Gently, right? How woman handles a man, just look at like this. The man loses all power. Be the Sakshi. So, Vasuki, any questions?
Prabhuji,
Yes, Amol.
I joined just now, so I'm like, but only one, like just 5 minutes back I joined. So I'm having this question on I am that I am, instead of that I am that I. So
Correct.
I didn't get that one. Yeah.
Now you have to listen to this talk from the beginning.
Yeah, I will, but can you just elaborate little bit on
See,
that?
I am is our root thought. Every thought behind all our thought, I am thought is there, right? When
Yeah.
I say I'm eating, I'm drinking, I am is the root thought. Now, only confusion happening is that I am thought is confused with the body, mind, and intellect, which is object.
Yeah.
Really, I am is pointing to real subject, which is I, pure awareness.
Okay.
So simply at any point of time, you can go to awareness with your eyes open or eyes closed, or anywhere you can just go back to yourself with thoughts, without thoughts, in the physical world, or in a garden, or in Himalayas, or in an ashram, anywhere you can go back to yourself.
Okay.
Just using the
Okay.
I am thought as a
Clear
point.
about.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
So,
Guruji, what is this kriya called? This prakriya called?
what do you want to call it? You give the name. I'll give the name.
No, it's very easy to actually dwell on this. Very easy.
Yeah. So, what is my original face? My original face is the prakriya.
Correct.
Guruji, Vasuki here.
Yes, Vasuki.
ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಈಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ದ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್.
Correct. That's true.
ಬಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಮಾಯಾ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಾಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಗುರುಜಿ?
No.
The Brahman. Is it independent
Maya
or
is not
dependent?
independent. Maya is a power of Brahman. How Maya can be independent of Brahman?
It cannot work independently.
Maya is like fire and burning power of fire. How can burning power of fire can work independent of fire? Simply don't get confused with the word Maya. Maya is the creativity of Brahman. Ashte. Shakti of Brahman. Shakti can work without Shaktiman?
ಇಲ್ಲ.
How did you get the idea that Maya is independent of Brahman?
So Shakti and Shiva both are dependent on each other. They cannot.
They are one and the same thing. Shiva has the creative power of Shakti. They are not even dependent. They are not two. When you say dependent, they are two. They are not two. They are one.
Okay, Guruji.
Right? See, we can't say Shakti is dependent on Shiva. That's false. Shiva and Shakti are one. That's reality. So let us do some meditation. close your eyes.